Hello again, most esteemed viewers. My name is Jekyllstein Gray, and before we get started, a little thing I want to talk about. You may have noticed that I didn't upload anything yesterday. That is because I have gotten very self-conscious about all of the series I have started but have not finished. So I've decided to not start any new like Jekyllstein Gray Play series until I've at least gotten some of these other series done. So yeah. I'm still recording my playthroughs, but I'm not. I'm not in this mode. I'm not in this mode. I'm just kind of like recording them, and I have my microphone, but I don't like really talk over them or try and analyze them that hard. Just because I'm obsessed with preservation and posterity and all that good stuff. I'm unlisting them on my. I'm putting them up on my channel, but they're unlisted. Maybe there'll be a Patreon reward at some point in the future or whatever. I don't know. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you want to see more, if you want to see stuff like that, more stuff. If you don't like this new upload schedule idea, let me know. I will change that. But right now, and obviously every time I play one of the games I've already started, I'll record it and upload it and do all that good stuff. So let me know what you think, whether you like it or hate it. Anyway, enough of that. Let's start playing some Secret Little Haven. So why is the background different? I don't want this background. Let's see. What happened to the hard drive? Here we go. Apps, wallpapers. This one. This one is much better, or I like it. I should say much better. Alrighty. Hey, Sam. How you feeling? Okay. Yeah, this game reminds me out of everything. This game reminds me of Emily is Away. Um, uh, kind of old, slice of life drama. Yeah, Hagoos. Yeah. I'll probably play Emily is Away at some point for this show. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Everyone's talking about Minori. Nice. Fan art's pretty cool. They did not harass me. Fanworks subforum. Okay. Browser. Let's see here. News, show info. Forums. Wait. Back. Man. Mike, again, this is kind of weird drawing a, like going to Fanworks. Fanfic. Rumors about Minori. Home rules. Let's see. Home. What did it say to? Yeah, he seriously is. Fanworks subforum. Yeah. Oh, that's probably what it. That's what the Minori thing is. Here we go. I love it how Samuel like psychically knows the instant we click on. When I click on the thing he wants to send to me. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, seriously. He's like, I've put so much time in by using my wealth to hire other people to spend time with you. Let's see. Like, the boarding schools are just terrible. Yeah. I do like thinking about those types of things. Then again, I'm not, I'm cis and all. But I thought more about other things that bother me, like autistic rights and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, the boarding schools, like, are terrible, Well, depend. I mean, college is different, but because you're an adult, but, like, I hear that one of my grandpas got sent to boarding school, and like he had a really rough experience there. Let's see. Yeah, I do think about it. If you say so. I wouldn't. I think that's a yes and no. I assume she's talking about Andy. The problem is the dad and the friend are completely different. Andy just comes across as clueless. Doesn't fucking what, Laguna? Yeah, seriously. Always question authority. Excuse me? Oh, this was... Is "excuse me" like a saying? Was it, or I guess... When did Phantom Menace come out? Alright, I actually have to look this up. This is gonna bother me. Let's see. Speaking of dad stuff, I would say you're well within your rights to just like sneak in, but I also don't want to give any advice. Hold on. Phantom Menace release date May 19th. So either "excuse me" was a line in the trailers, which I doubt, or it's a common phrase, or it's just an anachronism, or something else. I don't know. Yeah. I think that's good advice. And also, and I would never follow that advice if people said that to me. Let's see. Let's see. Night, Sam. Let's see. It's weird saying that because it's noon when I'm recording this. Let's see. Gee, I wonder why. I mean, her aunt does sound like a tool, and I'm assuming I'll just say their aunt, sounds like a tool, but, but still, I can understand why she doesn't want Laguna to break the computer. Man, Laguna, chill it with the fucking fucks. Oh man. Just don't break this computer. Oh hey, open up the terminal. Okay. Let's see. Mnet browser, hard drive. I think I already have applications open. But since when has that stopped me? Okay. Oh, hey, it's see-through. That's nice. Let's see here. What do we got? Where's that? I can never. There we go. Terminal. Okay, there we go. That's the wrong. Gotta put shift. There we go. /. Oh man, I'm getting flashbacks to my intro to computer science class, which I did not like because I thought it would help me make games, but it's a completely different type of programming that they taught. So there we go. And again, they can just magically, whatever. I don't really care that much. Yeah. Terminals are neat. Now I'm just thinking about that foxtrot where Jason types in it's something legible like you're under the control of the elite hacker Jason X fear me, and then he's tells the computer to turn off the autocorrect because it's bothering him. Let's see. Fuck? Question mark? I love that. Oh boy, yeah, you can influence an election. Alright, Laguna's offline. You're not entitled. You're not entitled to her quote unquote respect. You're not entitled to that, dude. Either, okay, one, I doubt that. Two, who, like, what group are you just asking out the popular? I don't know. I don't know. Exactly. They don't owe you anything. I mean, first of all, she's trans. But even if you take that out, she's not saying I know exactly what's in their head. She's saying, maybe you're sounding like an asshole. Maybe you should consider. Okay, fuck you, Andy. Seriously. If that's, first of all, press X to doubt. Second of all, I'll point out what I said in the ContraPoints Incels video. Like, if that's true, then that's their problem, and like, oh my, seriously, dude. Like, this guy is seriously, like, gonna. How are you, like, you. I don't know. What the fuck are you talking about, Andy? Fuck you. Maybe the girl you're talking about? Yeah. That is apparently something guys have to hear. Like, ugh. Like, that's the thing. He's like, I'm a nice guy. Also, he has the attitude, also he's like, also he's like, you know, feels entitled to a relationship. Yeah, hello, Jenny. Let's see, like, okay. Oh, cool, what games? Oh boy, Crime Busters, that sounds like propaganda. Let's see, if you say so. Okay. Now it's just being really on the nose. Good. Guardian Waffle. Guardian Waffle will ride again. I have no idea who or what Guardian Waffle is, but Guardian Waffle for life. No way, demons love whipped cream. The true heroine of PG fans. I'm sorry, every time I hear PG fans, I think of like parental, like the rating in the US. Let's see here. My flesh prison. here in meat space. Let's see. I like Jenny. Jenny's cool. Let's see. Look, no one's gonna laugh at bad fan art. They're just gonna either ignore it or viciously criticize it, But you don't have to put it online, and you don't have to give a fuck. I am the type of person who definitely gives a fuck, but you don't have to. Let's see. Yeah, drawing it for the fun of it is pretty good advice. Let's see. Positively sure. Sure. You're never gonna finish any of your projects, says the voice to me in my head. See, that is what. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Let's see. I'm like, you should totally finish your. You should totally finish that. You should totally finish that series, that video series you're doing. And then I'm like, what was I gonna say? Then I keep starting new video series without finishing. Like my Baldur. Probably never gonna finish my Baldur's Gate videos. I'm just gonna point that out. But I haven't even continued it, and I'm planning on it at some point. Maybe, hopefully, over like Thanksgiving break. Yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Because. I mean, it's a constant it's a constant stream of improvement, I guess. Again, said the hypocrite. That I agree with, Alex. Especially in this day and age, I have been dealing with a huge lack of motivation, with college, yeah. Ugh. How do I sneak around him? Let's see. Honestly, if I ever become a parent, I'm just gonna be like, I am your guide. I am here to give you advice and to try and nudge you in the direction I think, but you're free to do your own. And like I would not. Why would you not let your kids see a movie? I mean, I guess there are ways to, but like, this is not a good reason to do that. Anyway. I am totally the type of person who like who just like deal like just stews about things I don't like rather than actually like rebelling. Let's see. Yeah. Hugs are good. Jekyllstein says hugs are good. Um. So what was the heavenly thing debacle? Oh shoot! I need to. Well, the professor whose class I'm playing this for, or whose tutorial I'm playing this for, is actually just asked me to reschedule, and I just remembered I did not get back to him. So I'm gonna do that now, on during a recording. So I think this is the other Pretty Guardians site that Chris Franklin mentioned in his video. Let me see. Outlook. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay. No, all right. Never mind. Regular time works. Let's see. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I totally get that. I just had the question of what engine this was made in. I think it said Unity at the start, but I can't remember for some reason. All right. Let's see. Uh, what cool thing that Who posted? Cool. Oh yeah, Laguna. I did kind of assume that. Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Because gender isn't a binary thing. Again, I'm just gonna reiterate, esteemed viewers. I want to be criticized if I for anything I say, if it's worthy of criticism. Yeah. So she non-binary. I did go through this. Obviously, my situation is very different from Alex's. It was actually my parents who first told me that transgender people were, existed. Um, uh, um, uh, yeah, I mean, this is why representation is important. This is why I do have my I do have um uh, um uh, So I'm trying to think. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I do have experience with the importance of media representation. With To the Moon, which that'll probably that video series might be the end screen on the. I don't know. I'll put it somewhere, if it's in the description or in the cards or in the end screen. So I'm assuming that this is the end of the day, and then here we go. You're still not listening. You don't have to listen if something's not worth listening to. Okay. Fuck you. Okay, well, on their own, these statements aren't bad, but in context. Did you seriously just say what she wants doesn't even matter? Again, I'm using she pronouns because I know that she ends up realizing that she's trans. Spoilers, I guess. Are you? What are you? Are you? What the fuck? Fuck you. Okay, this is like legit abusive. Like it's gaslighting. It's verbally abusive. It's like, what are you? You're not rotting. What are you? I'll forgive you only if you do what I want you to do. What are you talking about? Everyone wants to succeed. Like, oh my god. I am kind of surprised that he actually. Oh, duh. I was working from the assumption that John respected. I was gonna say I'm surprised that he wants a woman to be in the workforce because this guy sounds like a patriarchal prick. But then I was like, oh yeah, he's misgendering her. To be fair, at this point in the game, even Alex doesn't know that like what she's gonna decide. But to be even fairer, John also seems like the type of person. Seems like the Ben Shapiro type of person who just goes out of his way to misgender people to be an asshole. I know he says it's not to be an asshole, but it's being an asshole. Yeah, I do think that sometimes listening to there's a difference between listening to people who have more experience than you, because I think that's important. But there's a difference between just listening to them and blindly obeying them, because that's what people say that's what most people mean when they say listen to your elders and respect them. Oh my god, because you have to be completely like, this is not helping. Like you need to be hard. You need to be a rock. You need to like that's toxic masculinity. That's obviously hurting women, and it's hurting men. Like what is the real world to you? Like the internet. That's not what I. But the internet is. It's interesting how there's no time here. Um, um, yeah, but I thought you were supposed to feel loneliness. I thought you weren't. I thought you were supposed to be a man and not express your emotions. Those are the only options. But she doesn't need to be fixed. Like, this is awful. Oh my god. Seriously? Seriously? Like, pick your battles, dude. And all, like... So wait, but I thought online wasn't the real world. I thought online was the fantasy world, you know? Like, what's inappropriate about it? Are you fucking kidding me? Shut up, John. Seriously. Again, you should be careful when talking to strangers online. I recently actually was stupid and like accepted a friend request from a Facebook bot, so that's that made me feel bad and whatnot. But like, like the. But like also again, that wasn't the problem. Isn't that it was a stranger? It's because that was a bot, you know, and like yeah, uh, oh my god, I'm like legitimately angry at John. Like, I think I do. It's interesting because obviously this is about trans issues, like trans issues, but I like how there's also other stuff as well. I mean, because all this stuff is interconnected. Because like even if Alex wasn't trans, she's still allowed to like she's still allowed to don't be thankful, be careful, that's good. Let's see. So what was I gonna say? Obviously there's stuff about, but oh yeah, so they talk about a lot of other things. Let's see. Alright, I actually am going to continue this now. I'm sure the timestamp shows you that. I don't know how long this game is. Let's see. Hey, what's up, nerd? This kind of reminds me of May and Greg. You will be hearing from the tinkle, please. I don't even know what that means. You'll never take me alive. Anyway. Good for you, Sam. Um. Yeah. Hey. Hey, Laguna. Um. Oh. Alabama. I'm actually curious if you are not American. I'm curious as to I'm I'm actually I'm actually curious about if you know what Alabama's reputation is. Let's see. Yeah. I'm definitely anytime I have to ask someone about something like any difficult topic, I'm like yeah, you see let's see I mean I I don't no, it's not. I mean it I don't I mean it might be. I don't know her situation, but so is she living with her aunt? Yeah. I mean, so did he like kick her out? Because that's like a legit fear, you know. One of the things that was mentioned in that my professor told me in one of our classes was that like a lot of people are like, "Oh, you should just come out and live your truth. Why haven't you done it yet?" And it's like um uh, it's like um uh, um uh, um let's see oh he yeah, that was what I was. And it's like, no, there are some people who are legitimately like who legitimately fear for their fucking lives if they come out. You know, like I've lived in areas where I can definitely see that being a possibility. Um, uh, then playing this game fills me with this rage. Um, uh, I don't know what to say here. Honestly, I would say that I don't know. Let's see. Honestly, I always feel uncomfortable giving advice to people and things like that. Let's see. I do really like the what am I supposed to? Honestly, I don't think this is again. If I say something worthy of criticism, criticize me. But I don't think this is a problem. I think the problem is people drawing characters in ways that like the problem with the male gaze is not that male viewers get attracted to it. It's that these scenes and these are shot in some in animated cases. These characters are drawn in a way that is designed to make man attracted to. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Um. So this is the other forum, I guess. The terms of agreement. I guess it's in the rules. Let's see. Let's see. I'm actually curious as to what. Dresses. I don't like. I don't understand why discomfort is associated with um uh, like speaking of what was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like I don't understand why discomfort is associated with like good attractiveness slash good. Like it's men have that too. Freaking, I've worn ties before. They are not comfortable, but like I also have never had to wear high heels, so and those things are. No, I actually. This is one part where I'm like, no, I am very disassociated because I'm like, no, don't like. He's not your responsibility. Like, uh, freaking. Do you remember, guy? Do you remember that story where Jesus was like, "It's more important." You know, well, not just the one story, but all the stories where Jesus is like, "It's way more important to follow principles rather than all these rules." It's like, I mean, I sympathize with Alex, and I can understand um, why she feels that way. But I, I do think that oh, I'm gonna have to use the terminal. Probably. Yeah, I know those commands. I'm like feeling like legitimately like this mix of like anger at generally the state of the world and also at um uh, at at John and at conservative Christianity and at I don't know, so much stuff. I am really pissed off, esteemed viewers. Uh, okay. There's always a but. So what? Oh, yeah. Let's see. This music is kind of like I'm kind of about it. I don't know. I don't really have very many thoughts. Um. Uh, so is alone. Alright, here we have another tutorial thing. Sorry, I'm gonna plug my phone in charge while I'm recording because it's pretty low on battery right now. Also, I'm gonna restart it. Sorry, I know this is inopportune, but I just thought about this. Start. Alrighty. Oh, this is it. Okay, let's see. Apps, terminal. Let's see. ./Alex/application/love letter. Wait, hold on now. It said to use GymWriter, or she said to use GymWriter. There we go. Alrighty. Just type help for anything that you don't get. Oh boy, yeah, I use that a lot. Come on. There we go. Oh. Yeah. It's interesting. I'm going to be honest with you, esteemed viewers. I never thought of pal as as something women say to each other. I don't know. Oh. I mean, honestly, I think on some level that is true. Like, there's no perfect parent, or I don't know. No, it's not on now because I have to finish this up before. Yeah. Y2K. Oh man, Y2K. That's interesting. I haven't thought about Y2K. I mean, I was born after Y2K, as I've established fairly well. Oh yeah. I don't know. I just like clicking. Honestly, I understand. Yeah, I do know that. Let's see. Yeah, seriously. Let's see. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yes, they are sometimes. Um, it's considering this is the '90s and considering what happened with Sailor Moon, it's probably going to get censored for the English version. Um, let's see. Let's see. That's cool. That's cool. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I think that is an insufficient numbers of sorries. Well, not like on a moral, like philosophical level. I'm like um uh, but that is how I would react. It's weird to having this emotional discussion. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. I would totally be just like, sorry. Honestly, I mean, I can definitely understand why Laguna was mad, um, uh, but I also can understand why Jenny would tell Alex. Although this also seems to be a somewhat regular thing. Let's see. Nope. Assigned male at birth. I mean, again, I understand what Alex is. I understand what Alex is saying. Um, uh, but I'm also like, um, uh, I understand why Alex is assuming that they're right, but I'm also like, you're goddamn right, they're wrong, Laguna. Let's see. I think both of those are understandable responses. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. If you could just like, I do think that does seem like a useful question to ask. Like removed from if you remove from all the shame, and shame and guilt are different. Just for the record, shame is external, guilt is internal. If you could remove all social shame, would you make this choice? Is a good thing to ask when in question, or well, at least it seems like a good thing to ask in cases like this. Again, If I say something worthy of criticism, please criticize me. Let's see. Oh man, the fucking 90s. You know, I know things are rough for trans people today, like seriously, but like the 90s seems to me, from my perspective, that the 90s were way worse. And even if Alex was not a girl, it's still okay to like feminine things, you know? I personally am man enough to admit, and I'm using that sarcastically. I don't, but anyway, I just I have the guts to admit that I love Gilmore Girls, Marvelous Miss Maisel, Anne of Green Gables, things like that. Exactly. This is the power of the internet. Oh no. Well, honestly, I'm I've talked shit about her aunt, but like presumably her aunt like took her in after, and that for someone in the 90s that's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know. Again, criticize me if it's worthy of criticism. Wait, the doctor like oh my god. That's awful. The doctor could be fired for see shit like this is why I'm an anarchist. Let's see. I'm actually gonna. Hmm. I'm curious about how long this game is. Let's see. I honestly like all these characters except for maybe Andy. Well, obviously except for John. Andy is more better than John. Um, uh, but yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. I was supposed to look up the terms of agreement. For what exactly? Wait, is it in? No, no. Gem Rider. What's Splendid View? Okay. Oh yeah, check that out last video. Gem Rider. Oh my god, you're using your corporate address? Screw you. There we go. That's what I was supposed to be looking for. Okay. You'll never take me alive. Insert, time machine. H.G. Wells' time machine reference here. That's true. We don't even have magic or anything. 6 out of 10. I love the idea of just giving Earth a review or reality. Not even Earth, but like reality. Takes the Satan kitty. Okay, now I'm contractually obligated to mention, and I might have already done this in the last video, but I have to mention what was I gonna say? What was that? Oh yeah, I have to mention the Satan was originally a prosecuting angel whose job was to play devil's advocate. Was not actually the devil. Yeah. So the Satan is not the same thing as the devil. I know I mention it everywhere whenever it comes up, but I think it's really interesting and like this stuff is in the Bible. This stuff is like it's not just like like you can look it up. Trust me, again, like the fear mongering about trans people is ridiculous. It's like really cis guys are way anyway. And I am a cis guy. Let's see. So I'm actually curious about Samuel. Are they trans, non-binary, or just normal? Like, okay, whoa. That's a whole big. I'm sorry. Let's see. I'll just say cis and yeah. Maybe not, but everyone has different experiences. Exactly. That's why normal was. That's why I like immediately regretted saying normal. Okay. Screw you, Sam. I mean, even that is like. Like, I don't know. I'm actually curious about. What is going on, Samuel? I mean, yeah, again, Okay, stop running your mouth off about Laguna. Laguna's not gonna like that. She's not gonna like that. I mean, again, I'm just gonna say they. So they are in a place where okay. I understand. I can understand why Samuel is are you okay, Samuel? Again, I understand why Samuel is acting like it, but I'm just gonna say they because I'm pretty sure what they're hinting at, but I also don't know for sure. Um, uh, I think Sam, like, I'm pretty sure that I understand where they're coming from. I'm also like, just because, just because someone has it better for you doesn't mean they're not like like, just because, I mean, again, Alex does seem to be more privileged. Um, uh, okay. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. Seriously, like, yeah. Like, I'm a cis guy, and you're scaring me too. American Fury. Oh my. Okay, look. Even it, like, it's not just like, I am not interested. I would not be interested in doing any of those things. I would be interested in seeing a movie, but not American Fury. Um. Uh, right. Okay. No. 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 Andy, come on. Ah, freaking. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I sympathize with Andy more than John, but still, come on, dude. How are you helping? Again, and I understand that he has been taught that he needs to be a violent asshole, but oh my god, dude, seriously. I mean, the idea, I, I mean, like, fuck you, Andy. Okay. Oh my god. But what is weak? All right, John. Fuck you, John. I don't give a fuck. Wonder if this video is gonna get monetized. I don't know. Fuck you. Like, controlling asshole. Piece of shit. Ugh. I am so pissed off. What? What did she do? What did, like, you're acting like she, like, stole all, like, emptied your savings account. Like, fuck you, John. Fuck you. Like, oh my god. This is something that Chris Franklin mentioned about like how this was a much scarier prospect in the 90s than it is now. How is she abusing it? How is it poor behavior? Like, how is she hurting anybody by doing this? You know, let's say for the sake of argument that she's hurting herself. Okay, fine. Why should I care? Why should I give a flying fuck as to why? Man, I am so pissed off here. Why should I give a flying fuck as to whether what she does to herself? And again, she's not hurting anybody, but even like, I don't know. Oh, right. So what am I supposed to do? Terminal. Help. It's weird I have to click on it to... Okay, I like how it is like a cry for help. Obviously, it's not supposed to be like that, but, let's see, Okay, I think we're probably getting close to the end. Dot slash Alex slash directory slash... Oh, wait, hold on. What is the... Let's see. Hold on, hard drive. I think it's applications. m.net chat dot play. Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh no, she hacked it. Like, this isn't just someone who hasn't been, like, yeah, just for that is the problem. I mean, it's not, but it's, again, it could be worse. It's a terrible defense of any behavior. Oh, man, I am like... Tell me what... I like that the punctuation is on. Like, it's like she's legitimately, like, typing really fast and doesn't care about proofreading or any of that. For obvious reasons. I didn't know that because I didn't try to open anything else. Let's see. So yeah, I think this is probably a finale. Although you probably knew that, esteemed viewers. Yeah. Okay. What? How do I find that? Okay. The session's password. Sessions have passwords? I don't know. I got a C minus on that class I was talking about earlier. um, 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 uh, yeah, seriously. Like, legitimately unhinged. Yeah, seriously. I still remember when I found out that there were like women were sharing lists of guys to like not be around like because they were dangerous on the internet. I was like, Jesus Christ. Let's see. All right. What is the password? Um. Uh, so John. Let's see. How do I? Oh, come on. Um. Uh, let's see. How do I find out the password? Crap. Let's see. What would John's password be? Let's see. Maybe being able to hide the password somewhere other than his computer. Outside the box. Wait, hold on. How do I blocker's password? Hmm. I've actually never heard of someone named Jonathan who had it who with John rather than just Jon. Hmm. I didn't think that would work, but what would the I think outside the box? How? Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that. Let's see. Help. Alex. /Alex. Let's see. Let's see. Browser. What's the thing I'm supposed to do? .play. Help. Let's see. ls/alex/applications. Let's see. Sorry about lack of commentary. I'm just trying to. What? I'm trying to figure out what to do. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. Here we go. ls. I can't believe I didn't think of that earlier. John slash application. Here now. Documents. Slash John slash documents slash other. Wait, what? ls slash John slash documents slash other. Let's see. John slash documents slash other reminder.txt. Crap. Dot slash John directory. Wait, no, not directory. documents / maybe it's simplified term because I feel like I'm still working off of that class's rules, though I might not be because it's been a while. And again, I got a C-. What was the what was it called? Oh yeah. Reminder dot play. Crap. Let's see. Reminder dot txt. Crap. Let's see. Crap. Help. Let's see. LS John. Empty. I probably just misspelled that. LS John / document / work. What the? Wait a sec. Can I run? Let's see. LS Alex / Alex / Alex / applications. Help. Alrighty. Alex / applications / gem writer dot play / applications / gem writer dot play. Let me think. How do I? Because I need to open the. How do I open the text files? John / documents / other / reminder .txt invalid. Oh, there we go. All right. Whew. Finally. Wait, is that exactly? Dude, you got a problem. Um, let's see. John slash documents slash. Hold on. Slash documents slash work. John slash documents slash work. Less slash John slash documents slash work slash. Wait, no, don't want to do ls. Slash John document slash work slash proposal.txt. There we go. Interesting. CEO at salescorp.com. Let's see. Could it be any more generic? Okay. So I have those two files. SU exactly. What is the password? Come on. Wow, this is incredibly. This is interesting. LS. So what did I? Let's see. Blocker's password. Launch it with a standard. Standard. Okay. Slash proposal.txt maybe. Alice John. John documents. Historical documents. Is there something I'm missing? Blocker's password that'll give me admin access. Wait a sec. Slash applications. I thought... Let's see. You know what? I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look up what I have to do. Pin required after device restarts. Yeah. Steam. Let's see. What are these? Wait a sec. Let's see. Search. Secret. Little. Ugh. Secret little hyphen. Community hub. Sorry about this. I just want to. Let's see. Guides. Yeah. Oh. All right. So. SU. So it has to be Alex. Oh, that's honestly, I'm not a big fan of that. Because, let's see, hold on. Was there anything to indicate that in the Yeah, I'm gonna, come on. And it's not, okay, anyway. Because I don't remember there being any indication that I had to capitalize Alex. Anyway. I don't know why that's, come on. I'm actually gonna, here. Let's see. Sorry. John slash document slash other slash reminder txt. Okay, because I guess the fact that reminder was in caps was supposed to be a signifier, but I don't know. I guess that wasn't enough for me. Okay. So apparently, oh wow. Frame drop. There's actually a file on your real desktop. So we're gonna go into Steam, not app cache. Steam apps. Common. More like outside the box, more like outside the window, am I right? Secret little haven. Data. No. Managed. Plugins. Wow, I've already been going for almost 2 hours here. At least it feels like, at least it was better than the, what's it called? Anyway. SIT file. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Did it open something in game? No. Okay. Thought that did. Come on. Let's see here. No, I already checked resources. Plugins? No. Etc. What's it under? Oh, on my desktop. Oh wow, I've got so many tabs open. Alt tab. Okay, I just it said with the recording it, so apparently it's on my desktop. I don't even really know how to get to my desktop because I got so many files open and I never really use my desktop. So the password is because I love you, which is kind of messed up. Okay. So that was honestly not the best designed. By the way, thank you to Ms. Minzy. Hope I'm saying that right. For that guide. Let's see. Yeah, give him a Steam Award. That was a well-written guide and it really helped. Okay. So hopefully is this the end? Yeah, seriously. Yes, you did. You're a good little rebel. Let's see. Yeah. Me neither, but that's just because of my anxiety. Yeah. Honestly, even if it was, I don't care. Like that's the thing, you know. That actually is a thing that has been used to discredit trans identities. The stupid autogynephilia thing, and it's like, okay, let's say for the sake of argument that it is a thing. Why should I care? Yeah, and but Laguna is right. It is bullshit. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If you find out, if you change your mind, you can change your mind. Like, again, I know that this is very that like this is very understandable. Um, uh, um, uh, this is very understandable. I can imagine. I mean, like, yeah, yeah. What's the thing? I need to hear the thing. Yeah, I mean, I've never questioned that I am a man. Even though in a lot of ways I don't fit the traditional masculine model. Um, uh, yeah. I mean, change is scary. Um, yeah. Jekyllstein says hugs are good. Death grip squeeze. Surprise friendship suplex. Okay, that's amazing. Wow, not on the Richter scale. That's quite about a lot of shaking. Whew. Let's see. Nice. Oh, it's the 15th. Yeah. Yeah, I completely forgot too. She's gonna call her dad. Look, if she wants to call her dad, that's her prerogative. If the dad is going to um if the dad is um uh, Neo, I get it. Um, uh, if the dad is mad at her for not talking to him, it's like you threw her out of the house, asshole. You're making it sound like the real world is just everyone constantly like shooting at each other. And why do you like? You don't need. What are you? What do you think the quote unquote real world is? Again, you're not. You're typing internet messages. You're not. I mean, it is creepy. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Honestly, don't even know what I was gonna say there. Um. Right, because all the stuff the guy is supposed to do are actually. Yeah, I mean, it does suck though that these things you're supposed to do to be a real man are actually things that don't help. Um, uh, yeah, exactly. This is toxic masculinity. This is what it like does to people, and I don't think Andy's gonna be happy about that. I was gonna say I should be doing what she says, except this is part of my this is homework communism. Yeah. Self-flagellation. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know, Andy. Yeah, it is gonna die hard. I do like how this game gets toxic masculinity. This game understands, you know, and it doesn't excuse Andy's behavior, but it does understand it. Like, let's see. Yeah. Um. Uh, this is a very eventful week or couple days. I think C.S. Lewis said something about you'll figure it out. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. What about it? What about it? What about it? I actually like need to know. Yeah, sure. Some of this feels very self-inserty. Um, uh, Like, I definitely understand their anger. What are you like? She's not trying to rub it in your face, Sam. I mean, I understand not wanting to think about it, but I don't. I might be again. I have no idea what's going on in Sammy's head. That does not sound healthy to me, though. If you get out of Alabama, maybe. Yeah, it's interesting how the background changes every day. I think Sam is an interesting, um, uh, you know, again, it could be Samuel or Samantha. Yeah. Anyway, you don't. You never know. Again, this is stuff that I'm like, I agree with, but also said the hypocrite. That's the best. Like, I don't think she knows. Like, you can't just know the solution to her problem. That someone like. Yeah, I mean, again, I get that Sam is coming from a place of anger, but but I also think the things that they say are I think the things that they say um uh, um are important. Um Honestly, it kind of sounds like Alex is. Sam actually kind of reminds me of B or Bia from Night in the Woods. Exactly. Exactly. It's like just because someone has it worse does not mean that their problems are bad. And also, like, Alex is legitimately scared. Like, yeah, at least like Sam should at least. Again, I understand that that Sam can't just come out loud and proud, and not like at least not without again like worrying. Okay, worrying for her. Jekyllstein's hugs are good. Worrying for her. For her safety. But I think it is at least healthy to I think what she did was healthy. At least acknowledge. Like I think that just burying it is probably not, again. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not trans. I do not live in Alabama. So these are all just like amateur reactions. Yeah. Let's see. So this this does kind of feel. I kind of agree with what Chris Franklin said. This feels like a. I'm actually. Oh man, the last video took up a lot of hard drive space. Hopefully this. Anyway, I just gotta finish this quickly. Yeah. So is anything all right? Jenny's not. Yeah. The writing of this game, I think, is actually really good. And these characters I find to be very, very well written. Sells the film reel and mails it to you. I mean, the writing kind of reminds me of Night in the Woods, and again, I mean that in a very good way. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, shoot. Samuel probably was like, no backing out now. Da 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 da. What did you sacrifice? What? Like, maybe I don't. Maybe you should tell me. Like, okay. You researched all the. Wow, that must have been so hard for you. Wait, but I thought you said she left you and it was her fault. Fuck you. Fuck you, John. Fuck you. Piece of shit. We need to talk. What is she doing wrong? What is she doing wrong? You just don't want able to be unreligious, basically. Really, reading and watching movies are pointless. What is childish about? Oh. It's not an addiction. Conversations are a two-way street, John. What are you talking? Oh, now you're a freaking psychologist. Why does it matter? Why do you care? Why, like, you care more about the company that she keeps than whether or not they actually, like, and how she makes you look and how, like, than actually. That's what every abuser says. Fuck you. Like what? All right. Okay, I was gonna say have fun not using it, but then again. Why? Oh wow. That yeah, send a trans woman to a boys' dormitory. That's gonna again. He doesn't probably. Fuck you. Fuck you. Take some fucking responsibility. You have all the power here. That's the thing. This is the thing. He doesn't care. Like he doesn't care. He's not looking at her response. He's not like, oh, she is doing these behaviors that make that makes me she's not doing this behavior that makes me this kind of feels like Phoenix Wright music, like when you catch them in a lie. I mean, honestly, yeah. Yeah, this is. Chris Franklin talked about how this is the least like how these chat rooms actually work. And I agree, but I also don't really care. Exactly. He wants a son that's the best of the best. He doesn't actually care what she thinks. What? No. You can only reason with people. You can only reason with people who are using reason themselves. Ouch. Ooh, yeah, exactly. She's a biological father, not a dad. So now I'm thinking of that line from Guardians 2. Like, it's one thing to be like, she seems to be abused, like, getting hurt by these people, and then it's like, okay, like, we might need to talk. But there's a difference between I don't like these ideas. It's just like, I don't like these ideas you're getting. I find them gross. That's it. Aw. He didn't force her into his own space. Well, it's a start, I guess. Honestly, this is. I was gonna say, um, uh, yeah, and like, I have no idea. I like when situations like this, when it comes to forgiving people like John, I'm like, I honestly don't know. Like, I can understand that people were like, I can't forgive them, but I also understand that, yeah, I don't know. Alrighty. So I think that's it. Interesting. So yeah, this is Secret Little Haven. Um, uh, it's interesting how the Pretty Guardian stuff got put on the back burner. Um, uh, I can understand why. I do like how the two stories were intertwined. You know. Um, uh, I also like how this is almost the beginning. This definitely isn't the end of. Yeah, she'll figure it out, but she has a lot of figuring out to do, and but this isn't not in like a sequel bait kind of way. But her story is just beginning. Like from my perspective. Yay! I liked this game. Um, uh, Victoria Dominowski. Okay. So is this a one person project? Um, uh, let's see. Various public domain samples is Kara Grissom. Yay, playtesters! And the other people, but I don't know what they did, so. Yeah, I definitely would love to see more from this creator. Oh, wow. Alright, well, it just exited. Anyway, so I guess that's all for today, esteemed viewers. Wow, this is probably going to be as long as my Night in the Woods finale, which is saying something. Anyway, so thank you for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a like. And obviously, like I said, I would love any criticism or any and all comments. So let me know in the link in the description. Let's see. Oh yeah. Also, man, it feels like forever since I talked about my new kind of thing, the thing at the very start of the video. Um, love to hear your thoughts on that below. Twitter and Letterboxd in the description. Also, a link to where you can buy this game, which I would recommend, if anything, just to support the creator. But you can also make different choices and whatnot. Let's see. Subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications about other videos I do. All those help me with the algorithm, so I'd really appreciate it. Share the video with anyone you think it'll help or would like it or whatever. Should be some more stuff on screen right now. Okay, esteemed viewers, I have been Jekyllstein Gray, and I'll see you in another video. Bye-bye.